you want to make money in real estate, these are the type of house that you want to look for, that you want to buy, okay? You do not want to buy those, okay? Those ones has already been renovated. It's already been fixed up. It's already been nicely done. What is up, Wholesale to Million family? Today video, I'm going to share with you how to make an extra $10,000 a month flipping houses. Now, you don't need cash, credit, or license to actually do this, because you're not going to buy the property. You're not going to fix it up. It's called wholesaling real estate. Intro. If you're looking to get started in wholesaling real estate and you want to make between $10,000 to $100,000 per month, then go to WTMFam.com. Check out one of my courses that I got for you. I'm going to give you the exact blueprint of how I went from zero to building a six-figure a month wholesaling business completely virtual. I'm going to show you step by step how to find distressed property from the freeway to the payway, how to find the cash buyer, how to talk, how to negotiate so you can lock property up on the contract completely over the phone, and much more. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, go to WTMFam.com. And let's go get this money. So I'm going to bring you on a ride, and I'm going to show you what to look for, what kind of houses to look for, and how to actually find these in your area. And I don't care what market you're in, whether you're in a high-end market or you're in a low-end market. In every single market, there are rundown houses and there are distressed property. Distressed homeowner, which means these are people that are in situation where they need to sell, not necessarily have to sell, but they need to sell the property and they need to sell quick. So let me show you. So what you want to do is you want to go and drive around old neighborhood. Here's kind of what I look for. So now when I drive for dollars, you know, if you got you can use, there's an app called Deal Machine. So go to, I'll pop the link right there, dealmachine.com/WTM. You get a $40 credit, okay, with my link, and you get a 7 days free trial with them after you use them up. If you like it, you stay. If you don't, you can discount. So what I'm doing right now is I'm driving around looking for some rundown houses, tall growing grass, maybe boarded up window, maybe roof, you know, maybe the roof looks like it needs to be replaced, like anything that you look at and you're like, oh my gosh, this house just needs to be rehabbed. Those are the kind of property that you want to look for. Okay, so when you see something like this, obviously these are called cedar, right? They got cedar roof, cedar sidings, obviously way older, so these are the type of property that you want to look for. Now, once you find one of these rundown houses, one, you can either go down, which I usually do, just not here, just not this time, but I would bring a notepad with me. I'm not prepared. I'll bring a notepad with me and I'll just go ahead and put my name. Hi, my name is this. You know, I work with a group of investors, or just me and my partner. We're interested in buying your house for cash. If you're interested in selling, please give me a call. We'd like to make you a free, no risk, no obligation cash offer. Like, those are some key things you need to put in the notes. And then I would go and I would put on the door. Sometime I'll even knock on the neighbor's house to see if they know who owns that property. Because, you know, like, you got to be quick, especially in today's market. Like, you got to be on top of it. So typically every day, if you go and you put in like an hour or 2 hours just driving around your neighborhood, you want to find at least, I would say at least 10. All right, you want to find at least 10 houses or so, and it shouldn't be hard. You know, putting in 1 or 2 hours, you should be able to find 10. If you really know your area, then maybe 20, and then I'll show you what to do next once you find it. Okay, now let me show you another thing. So you see here, so this house here, which means somebody bought it and now they're rehabbing it. Guess what? You do not want to just pass by. You want to stop down, you want to talk to the contractors, and you want to ask them, hey, like, who are they working for? Because you want to get the investor's name and number, and then you can put them on your buyer's list. Now, a lot of you, maybe you don't want to be out driving for dollars. So what you can do is you can do this all from home. I'll leave a link right there again, PropStreams, all right? You get a 7 days free trial with them. You just sit at home and you just pull a list of distressed property. Any type of property you want, pre-foreclosure, tax delinquents, probate, pre-probate, you know, those are vacant property in your area. Or maybe you wanted to, you can do it completely virtual. You can do it in a completely different states, okay? And then you just pull the list and then you skip trace. So when I find a, okay, this house right here, I mean, you can see the roof definitely needs to be replaced. So these are kind of things you want to look for. Roof definitely needs to be replaced. This house here, it probably needs, look at this house here. Dude, see, okay, I'm gonna pull into this one. Oh, this is a gold mine. I mean, like, it's pretty much like an eyesore. Like, you can see when it's in this. So these are the type of house that you want to look for, and don't be shy, all right? You want to focus on getting that money, so don't be shy. When you see something like this, you go down. You don't have to be all sneaky, just make it casual. I would typically go up, and I would approach. And when you see there's mail here, when there's a lot of mail in the mailbox, it means that the property is vacant. The owner hasn't, probably changed their address and they haven't come back and get the mail. This is a good sign, that the property is vacant. And then typically if I know there's someone in the house, I'll ring the door or knock the door, and then I'll step back, because you don't want to be like right up to them. Obviously it just scare them. So you want to step back a little bit, right? Give them the space that they need. And then obviously you want to be super polite. If someone answers the door, I'm going to be super polite. I'm going to say, hey, my name is Kong. I work with a group of investors. We're looking to buy some properties here in the area for cash. Not sure if you're interested in selling, or maybe you know someone, right? That's how you do it. And you just make it very, very casual. So the Deal Machine makes driving for dollars going to be a lot easier for you. And let me tell you why. Because a lot of times you drive around so much that you don't know if you have been to that road already or not. So what you can do is Deal Machine keep tracks of all your routes, right? It keeps tracks of all your routes that you have gone to, and they use it with Google Map. And another thing is so they plug Google Map into their thing, and then what you want to do is once you find a rundown house, you can pin it, and with one push of a button right there on the app, you can add that to the app. Right? And once you add the address, the property onto the app with one push of a button, and boom, you get all the seller information, their name, how much they bought it for, and all of that. Okay, so let's just say once you found a property, okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to skip trace, which means you're going to put in the property address, boom, you're going to skip trace, you're going to find the property owner phone number, so you can call them up, talk to them, and make an offer. Okay, so this is the skip tracing company that I use. You can use my link, you get some discount on it, but they're very accurate. And so once you skip trace, obviously you're going to call the owner up, you're going to talk to them. I typically don't make an offer on the first call. I typically call them, and then I build the rapport. I try to get a number from them, right? How much they want for the property. After that conversation, if they're motivated to sell the property, then what I do is that I will set an appointment. I either set an appointment for later that day or the next day, depending on how good you know the market. So let's just say when you're on the phone, you know that property is worth 200 G's, and the seller said, hey, you know what? I'm willing to sell for 150. So you know that there's already $50,000 discount. So I typically will set the appointment maybe an hour or 2 hours later, because that gives me time to do my research, right? I'll be able to do my research on the property. I'll be able to figure out, okay, what the property is actually worth, how much it costs to renovate the property, and all that. So I'll be able to do my research within that time period, and it also let the seller know that, hey, you're doing some research. You're not just pulling some numbers out of the air. And also too is making an offer on the first phone call, especially if you haven't built up the rapport. It just kind of scares them. It feels like you're somewhat like a scammer. So I typically give them that time period. If they're not very motivated, then I set the appointment for the next day. All right. And then, so typically take me 2 phone calls to close a deal. If everything works out, sometimes it takes a lot more, which means so any seller that goes through our pipeline, all right, that either not ready to sell or our price is off, we put them in our pipeline, the follow-up pipeline, right? So we constantly follow up with them, all right? And typically that's where majority of your deal is gonna come from, is pretty much from follow-up. All right, so here's the formula that I use to make an offer to the seller. But once again, this is just a rule of thumbs. You got to understand your market, okay, how much things are going for, because it's going to be different for every single market, especially how hot the real estate market is right now. So the rule of thumbs, and here's the formula that I use, that if you follow this formula, once you get a property under contract, you should be able to wholesale the property and make a profit, okay? So it's ARV, ARV stands for after repair value. What does the property worth after it's fixed up? And how you find out the ARV is, one, you got to run comps. You got to find comparables in that, typically within a half a mile, all right, half a mile radius of the property that you are trying to lock on a contract. Okay, so once you find out the ARV, which is after repair value, you minus 30%. Now in today's market, 30% might be too steep, might be too much. You might have to go 25% or even 20% in this particular market. Okay, so you minus the percent, let's just say 30%. Minus 30%, so if it's $100,000 ARV, minus 30%, that puts you at $70,000. Now at $70,000, you got to figure out how much it's going to cost to fix this property up. So let's just say it's going to cost another $20,000 to fix the property up. You got to minus that, okay, from the formula. So now you're sitting at $50,000. So $50,000 is a price that the investor, the fix and flipper, would pay to buy that property if they're looking to make 30% on their money. Now, anything that you get under $50,000, you, my friend, that is your profit. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to learn about how to wholesale or get your first wholesale deal done, or maybe scale up your wholesaling business, you can check out my 900 other videos that I have completely done on this channel, completely for you to watch, to educate. And obviously, you know, education without execution is worthless. So make sure you go take action on everything that I share with you. And if you stay committed and you're consistent, I promise you, my friend, you're very, very close to getting that first wholesale deal done. Now, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, be sure to do so. Also, too, is that I am about to launch my own NFT project in April. So if you want to know more about my NFT project, what's the utilities, the perks, what's included, join my Discord channel. Currently, it's completely free. We have over 15,000 entrepreneur on there already. These are some of the most driven and ambitious entrepreneur on the planet that you can network completely for free. So I'm going to leave the link right there, and I look forward to seeing you on there. Once again, thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, boom, be sure to smash that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, please show your boy King Kong some love. Boom, smash that thumbs up. Until next time, take care and ciao.